Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hayyakum Allah jami'an. Thank you all for being here today. I'm really glad to see this kind of crowd. It's not surprising because our speaker today is Dr. Mohammed Ajur. Dr. Ajur is an associate professor in the ECE department. He is also a member of the Renewable Energy Center. He is well known in the field of energy management and efficiency. So without further ado, Dr. Ajur, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. And I also would like to thank Dr. Sultan and thank you, Dr. Abdul Rahim, and thank Dr. Ghafar for the recording. It gives me great honor and pleasure to be here with you today to talk to you about a very, very, very important subject, which is energy. Okay? You are all very smart people. You are all educated and intelligent and working in different areas of electrical engineering. Energy is in the heart of actually everything. If you notice, the title of my talk was Smart Energy Management, right? I have removed the word smart and I left only energy management. Why? Actually, yes, we are very smart people. We are very intelligent people here in the university and in all other universities. But I'm afraid, unfortunately, the way we human have dealt with energy since the cradle of civilization, it's been stupid. From the way we harvest it, the way we generate it, the way we use it, the way we utilize it, the technology, everything. The energy is abundant. The energy is everywhere. We have so much energy everywhere, but actually we don't have enough knowledge and enough technology to utilize it. And that is really because we haven't got this technology. Also, after we generate it and after we produce it, once we have it, the way we use it is also not very smart, because most of our energy that we have, we waste. Whether it's in the generation, in the distribution, in the transmission, even in mechanical, even in diesel engine, even everywhere. And by the time you leave my talk today, I want to show you how much we are lacking knowledge and technology in utilizing the energy. Because energy is abundant. There is so much energy in our planet. There is so much energy in the universe. There is so much energy everywhere. The amount of sun which we receive in Saudi Arabia in 1 year is enough energy for the whole world. I don't know how many years. But why don't we have the knowledge and the technology to be able to utilize that? Okay? So this is really a problem. Anyway, I want you to all feel good about yourselves, actually, because this is not us as a community. It's the whole world, even in England, even in America, even in Germany. Our knowledge in energy, even in electrical engineering, when we want, for example, to store energy, we can't store energy. We store it in we can't store energy to be enough for our university for a week, or even probably for a day. Okay? So, energy, we still lack knowledge and technology in energy. This is a very important message I would like everybody to take. So what that means? It means there is so much room for you for innovation and creativity. There is so much for you to do. Okay? Bismillah. The outline of my talk today, and I probably will not talk about everything here, but I will start with the 2030 vision. I also would like, because I love humanity and human science, and so I like to talk a little bit about the humanity challenge, sustainability, efficiency management with AI, what's the effect of AI on energy, also labels, SEEK initiative and policies. I will tell you what SEEK is, okay? Energy and electricity in Saudi Arabia, because this is very important that we understand that. Renewable energy, energy auditing, conclusion. As per usual, I always every time I have a presentation, I always like to start with this, because we really need to be optimistic and we need to dream. And if I translate this, this is a talk by Prince Mohammed bin Salman, which says, we only accept dreamers in our society. If you don't want to dream, if you think you can't achieve, don't come to us, don't talk to us, you're not part of us. And I really actually believe in this 100%. And when I look at Saudi Arabia now, and I look how much development we had in Saudi Arabia in the last 10 years, it's amazing. In the last 5 years, Saudi Arabia has developed. Other countries probably taken 100 years for that. Okay? From women can't drive, to women astronaut. Imagine, 5 years ago, Saudi woman couldn't drive. Today, she's an astronaut. Okay? وقس على ذلك. So we are inshallah going in the right direction. Okay. I would like to start with conclusion, because this is me, you know. In Arabic, yes. So, what is the conclusion of my talk? The conclusion of my talk, actually, I have already mentioned it earlier, which is the most important thing is in energy is our lack of science and technology. Okay? But let's come to Saudi Arabia now. Okay? If the rate of energy demand stays the same, much less oil for export, we might even import oil. Imagine Saudi Arabia importing oil. If we don't change our attitude and our behavior, and if you don't find new technologies for energy, we unfortunately, the oil which we produce in Saudi Arabia will be no longer enough for us. We need even to import energy. So really, this is really very critical. And thanks God, the decision makers in Saudi Arabia, they realize that, and they're already working on that. Okay? Need creative and innovative solution, conservation of energy, efficiency, demand management, renewable energy, social, environmental, economical, environmental sustainability can lead to sustainable development. And also when you do that, you have so much business opportunity. Okay, this is a message for everybody. How I can change the world? By changing myself. Can I change myself? Yes. After this talk today, everybody, I hope each one of us will go home as a changed person, because we need to change our attitude to energy, and we need to change our attitude to the way we research and we develop energy solutions. Okay? Because really, we really need a revolution in that. We need a new approach. Because I believe science in the last 100 years has failed energy. Science in the last 100 years has failed energy, science and technology. It's true, not in the Arab world, even in the Western world. And when you look at the efficiency in energy and everything, like I mentioned before, it's a huge problem. Okay? By every little makes a difference, and yes, we can change. Okay? Look at let's see the 2030 vision. Okay? Saudi Arabia has depended on oil for the last 78 years. Only in the last 7-8 years, we started diversifying our energy. So a significant portion of the country's energy consumption and export, also natural gas is for electrical generation. So we need to change that. Okay? Renewable energy, explore and invest renewable energy sources, primarily solar and wind power. So the vision of the kingdom is really having energy and renewable energy and energy efficiency and energy management at the top of their priority. Okay? Increasing renewable energy capacity 50%, 60%, 100%. Inshallah, by 2030, diversifying energy mix, okay? Promoting energy efficiency, residential, commercial, industrial. This includes implementing energy efficient building codes, promoting energy saving technologies, and raising public awareness about energy conservation. Okay, developing local renewable energy industry by creating jobs, promoting technology transfer, and reducing its dependence on the importance on imported energy technology. We need technology to be what we call, say in Arabic, توطين التكنولوجيا. We need sorry, localization of technology, localization of we want to be producer of technology, not just import technology. Reducing carbon emission, of course, the environment, energy efficiency to significantly reduce carbon emission and contribute to global effort in mitigation climate change. It's very important that we contribute to global effort. Okay. The most important challenge for human men and women is to unlearn, whether it's at the social level or even at the scientific research level. Okay? To unlearn. The first biggest challenge for men and women, not to learn, but to unlearn. Okay? To unlearn, you need to think critically and creatively. Critical, innovative, and creative thinking, crucial for achieving a 2030 vision. We need to think different. Okay? We need to do things different. Like I mentioned before, you know, all our science, all our technology, and still we facing problem with energy. Why? We shouldn't. We shouldn't. Okay? This is, I mean, I can't talk forever about this. I really can't talk forever about this. I mean, even Dr. Yusuf knows when we send, when somebody send sort of a different or strange message on our WhatsApp group, everybody's against it. Why? Think about it. It could be, you know, and I, actually the only one who always defend new and crazy ideas is Dr. Yusuf. He said, give it a chance. It could be right. All other professors, big brain, very, very, very intelligent. They say, no, it can't be done. How do you know? How do you know? Think about it. It could be done. How do you know? Yani we think second law of thermodynamics, for example. I know it's extreme, but why can't we go out beyond it? Why not? Who said that? Who said we can't? Okay? Anyway. I think it's only fair to say a few words about our university, since we all in this university, we all belong to the university. We're proud of our universities. Okay? You students, whether undergraduate or postgraduate, you're going to be graduating from this university, so you need to be proud of the university. We as faculty, we work here and we are proud of our university. Our university has academic excellence, research leadership, community partnership, institutional sustainability. So I always, whenever I do a presentation, I always give a slide about my university. This is me. Okay? A humanity challenge. This slide actually I did steal from Dr. Kumar. One day he gave us a presentation and he put his slide. Do you remember?
It's not stealing. Everybody.
But do you remember? Do you remember when you gave us a talk once and you had this slide? Yes. I love this slide. It's very interesting. What is our challenge? For us to create a civilization, the three main things we need: water, food, energy. Believe it or not, energy is the most important. Energy is the most important because once you have energy, you can get everything else. Okay? Okay. Actually, we, human beings, we've been here, we've been on this planet 7 per 100,000 of the time of the life of Earth. And already we almost destroyed it, and we are destroying it. Earth has been here 4.5 billion years. We've been here 7 per 100,000 of that. And we're already altering the biosphere and the climate and whatever. Intelligent manipulation of energy is at the heart of human supremacy. Civilization, mastery and control of energy. From Stone Age to classical physics, etc. Okay? Okay, if I go back here just to say, What happened here?
Slideshow mode. Go to the slideshow mode.
Okay, if I just, the dark side is pollution, climate change, deforestation, and perhaps extinction. Okay, so it's we are really in at a critical time of for humanity. We are really at a critical time for humanity. Okay, and I will explain now how or why rather. The threat of a nuclear war, global warming and climate catastrophe, artificial intelligence coupled with genetics engineering. One of these three, if it goes wrong, it's enough to end life for humanity. طبعا كل شيء بيد الله for sure. Now we're not saying anything against that. لكن we as scientists, nuclear war, yes, we've been having the threat for the last 8 years, but it didn't happen, but it could happen now. You never know. Global warming and climate change, that's a big threat for our human race. A new threat now is artificial intelligence. I don't know computer engineering people what they say about this, but I think if we don't deal well, if we don't regulate artificial intelligence properly, it could come out of hand, you know, because we're going to create people far much smarter than us, and they could be making decisions to destroy us. How do we know? Okay, because usually smart people control non-smart people through history. Have you ever seen a dumb person controlling smart people? No, maybe United States, maybe, but usually, you know, control always with smart. Huh? Yeah, but how do you create money? You need to be smart to create money. True or not true? Okay, طيب. Let's go to this, easy. Energy efficiency, using less energy to perform the same task and get the same result or even better results. Okay, that's energy management, that's energy efficiency, that's what we hope to do. Alarming facts, I already mentioned that, but I will mention it in a different way. Generation efficiency, 30 to 50% at best. Transmission and distribution, you lose another 10 to 15%. Losses used in end utilization, 5 to 15%. Losses due to misuse behavior, consumption, about 20%. So when you think about it really, okay, the actual energy that's converted to the desired output in a global sense is no more than 10% at best. Is that clever? 1 kilojoule input gives you 0.1 kilojoule as output in electricity for the desired use, unfortunately. Okay? So, furthermore, mechanical system, cars, airplane, trains, building, human body, even us, you need 2,000 calories per day, and if you are Muhammad Ajur, you probably eat 10,000 calories or 15,000. Well, that applies to most people probably. We always eat more than what we need. So let's start with ourselves. Let's become energy efficient and food efficient in our body, in our system. This is really important. This is really important. Yani, if you really think about it, how much food we consume in Saudi Arabia in 1 month, especially Ramadan, and how much we need really out of it, maybe 10%. Same. Okay? Every energy conversion system have a huge problem. Look. Every energy conversion system have a huge problem in efficiency and effectiveness. And this is big problem. And this is for you, youngsters, to solve it. Not for us, we are almost retiring now. Dr. Sultan, you just started. This is your problem. You're Dr. Abdul Rahim. Okay? طيب. Overall efficiency. Look at this. You start with chemical energy, you end up with a pump, efficiency 12%. At best. At best. At best. If you need any further information about this, I'm happy to provide you. This is facts. This is not from me. Okay? So really speaking, when you pay $100 here, you only, because you convert this to money, only $12 useful. $88 you just waste, you throw in the bin. Is this smart? Definitely not. That's why I moved the word smart. Okay? There is no sustainable consumption without sustainable production, and vice versa, of course. Okay? Energy and safety, it's the responsibility of everybody. Responsibility of everybody. Any product you produce, you have to think of energy from start to finish. It's very important. Okay? 4 major issues really we need to concentrate on. Energy security, reduce dependence on oil. That's for us in Saudi Arabia. We must do that. Economic competitiveness, reduce costs and create jobs. Environmental quality, reduce global climate change and acid rain. And of course, all of this, if we do it with this, will lead to sustainability. Okay, professional interest for you as engineers. You could be building facility plant energy manager. You could be building facility plant maintenance manager. You could be utility energy auditor, energy analyst. You could be government agency energy analyst. You could be consulting energy auditor analyst, whatever. Okay. Interface, okay, we know that. The bottom line, of course, we know that. Driving factors. Saudi Arabia started with also now environmental regulation, product quality improvement, productivity improvement, low cost per unit produced. Energy is related to all of this. Okay? This pyramid is interesting. We need to start with energy conservation first. Then we go to energy efficiency. Then we go to energy demand. Then we go to renewable energy. And after that, we can go to innovation, creativity, and be as crazy as you want, because no matter how crazy you are, you can't do any worse than 10% efficiency. 10% efficiency overall, global. I mean, so we really need to look different at energy and everything to do with energy. Okay. Energy behavior changing program, that's in Saudi Arabia. There is a program called Energy Behavior Change Program. Okay, policy target and goals, educate people on energy saving practice, hang banners, posters and sign of energy saving, listen to everyone to share suggestion, display and share energy consumption information, energy awareness events, appointment of energy champion, incentive and recognition. We really should start with appointing energy champion for our department or for our faculty. Why not? You know, we should also have a safety officer. Do we have a safety officer in our faculty of engineering? I don't think we have. Do we have an energy champion? We have ABIT champions, but we don't have energy champions, which is more important. Okay? طيب. Conservation, only behavior, you know, our behavior. I remember when I first came to Saudi Arabia, the kilowatt hour was 5 halala, and liter of petrol was 8p, 40 halala, and we never used to think about energy. Even I know some of my friends used to go holiday to Egypt for a month and leave the condition on for the whole month while they're in Egypt. They come back, what they pay? 100, 200 riyal? Nothing. So really, the way we put the prices of energy up was the right decision. And we need to put the prices of energy up so to be able to make people change their behavior. Because in the Arab world and in Saudi Arabia in particular, the behavior of people actually waste so, yarhamkumullah, doctor, waste so much energy. Do you agree with me or not? Yes? Okay. If you are interested in energy efficiency, there is excellent future for you there. I didn't mention actually, I did a course called CEM, Certified Energy Manager, which qualify you to be energy manager, which qualify you to be energy auditor, and you can make money from buildings, from industrial, transportation, energy auditing, testing and measurement, economics, energy policies. What I'm saying is that the energy sectors are everywhere. Everything needs energy, and energy is everywhere, and you can save. So much energy by doing auditing. You know, this energy auditing here is very interesting. Let me explain what auditing is. Energy auditing is that you can, if you qualified and certified, you can go to any company and do an energy audit for them. To cut the story short, what energy audit? You go there and you see the bill, and for example, they're using $10,000 a month. You could say to them that I can make you, instead of $10,000, I can make you $10,000, that's $100,000 a year. You say to them, I can reduce your bill to $70,000, and I only need the $30,000 1 year, and the rest you can, it's yours. And by doing analysis and looking at the bill and looking at the system and looking at everything, you can spot where they misusing energy, where, for example, some equipment might need maintenance, some equipment might need replacement, whatever, and you can really reduce energy usage by doing energy auditing. Okay. Efficiency, rate and tariff structure, economic life costing, electrical system, lighting, maintenance, electric motor and drives, energy auditing, so much to do. Green buildings, heating, ventilation, AC systems, boilers and boiler systems, control system, compressed air and pump system, building envelope, thermal storage. So much you can have a look at. Starting energy management program, which I hope we can do in our college. Okay, you can develop an energy strategy and set goals, get support from top management, establish administrative and management structure, benchmarking. You know what benchmarking is, students? Yeah, you do? Yeah, okay. Conduct energy audit, identify, analyze, and prioritize opportunities, implement energy project process and training, monitor, target, and report. You need to improve. Okay. Initiating, designate, support, provide. Initiating an energy management program. Okay. Let me just say something about the standards. We have the ISO 5001 standards, yes? You familiar with the standards? Students, you familiar with the standards for energy efficiency or for general engineering standards? Yes, we have the 5001, okay, and it helps companies better use their energy consumption assets, evaluate and prioritize, implement, whatever, promote, yeah, standards. That's what standard is, anyway. Okay. Okay, let's go now to next part of our talk, which how is artificial intelligence affecting energy? Is it bad for energy or is it good for energy? Okay, it can be both. Artificial intelligence is bad for energy because it uses much more energy than normal computer programming. It's good for energy, yes, because it can help us with providing smart solutions. So it's up to us how we use artificial intelligence, whether it's going to be good for energy or bad for energy. I believe it's going to be good for energy, 100%. Okay? If we look at these things, how much, look at this estimated data center electricity consumption and its share in the total electricity demand in selected region, 2002 to 2006. Look, for example, at Ireland and Denmark. In 2026, artificial intelligence use of electricity is going to be about 28% of the total consumption, which is a huge. In Saudi Arabia, I think it's about 3 to 4% here. Okay? Are you with me? Have I lost you? No? Have I lost anybody? I'm not going to bore you. Soon I'll finish, don't worry. Okay? AI, like I said, it requires power consumption, but, you know, it's about 30 times, up maybe 50 times normal computational power. And please correct me, doctor, if I'm wrong. I don't know, because you are the computer expert. If we utilize artificial intelligence correctly, it should reduce CO2 consumption by 2050. By 2050, it should reduce it by far, because artificial intelligence could provide us with a smart solution for many, many, many energy issues. AI for emission reduction, yes. AI and efficiency. You all familiar with this? Renewable energy and E could lead to sustainability. Okay.
You mean here by the AI, like the energy that is required to
For training and like ChatGPT, for example. For example, if you do, yes, if you do now a search on the net, right? Say it uses 100 joule, for sake of argument. If you do the same search with ChatGPT, it uses far much more than that, because it goes and do so much more processing. You understand me?
So I wonder how much like energy is like consumed for the Bitcoin generation.
Yes, too much. Look, for data centers and for artificial intelligence and for this what you call light current issues, we used in the 80s, 90s, and 2000, and up to 5 years ago, energy there was 2 to 3% maximum of the total energy consumed. But now it's increasing by far. I just shown you in some countries it's going to reach 28% soon in 2026. So this is really very, very important issue. Let's come to Saudi Arabia now. 8 ton TOE is ton of equivalent oil per capita. World's average in 1.9, which means Saudi Arabia person uses 4 times as much energy as an average person, world average person. 4 times as much. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Ton equivalent oil. Or total. Huh? مكيفات, yes. بسبب المكيفات, yes. Total energy consumption has tripled from 2000 to 2021 at 5.4% yearly increase. Electricity, you have 13,000 kilowatt hour per capita per year. World average 2,700. See how much these numbers? Okay. Increasing at 6% per year. So really speaking, we in the Gulf states and in Saudi Arabia, we use so much energy. And the reason for that is because of the climate, for cooling. And one important other things, very important things, we have big cars, and we have many cars per capita. Probably also more important than that is water desalination, because we don't have rain, we don't have river. Most of our water comes by burning fuel. So imagine how much energy, imagine how much 1 cubic meter of water coming to your house, how much that costs in energy. It's huge. Okay? Basically, our life now, as it is not sustainable unless we have creative and innovative solutions. Okay? We really, it's a must for us. It's a must. Water. Look at Jeddah, look at Riyadh, big cities. Where is the water coming from? People don't ask. They just use water, but where is the water coming from? In Egypt, the water coming from the Nile. Maybe yes, they purify it, but they don't have to spend as much money as we do here in Saudi Arabia. In Jordan, we have what you call dams. Okay? In England, they have the lakes. In Saudi Arabia, water is a big problem. True or not true? In Jeddah, for example, what's our source of water in Jeddah? في غير التحلية? Yeah, you know, it's anyway. Energy in recent years, Saudi Arabia experienced significant growth in domestic consumption of energy at 5 to 6% per year. Less oil to export. This is the system efficiency, power generation in Saudi Arabia. If you look at, these are generation stations. Okay? These are the name for the stations. And across each station is its efficiency. If you see that, the total system efficiency is about 38%. Okay? Even some station, 14%, 18%. These are here on the right, non-Saudi electricity. These are new. These are the most recent. Okay? So really we have, by the way, this is not far from the world generation efficiency. Yani don't think this is just Saudi Arabia. This is all over the world. The generation efficiency is not good. And I don't know, maybe Dr. Yusuf knows better than me, if we have combined cycle generation in Saudi Arabia. Do we have?
Yes, and
Some are. Yeah?
the reason for this is low efficiency.
Naam?
The reason for this
The reason for this is the second law of thermodynamics, mainly. And the lack of technology which we have. Technology for generation is not good. Yani imagine, yeah, Doctor, worldwide. This is worldwide. I started by saying to you, this is worldwide. This is worldwide.
So we need to renovate.
Yes, this is worldwide. This is worldwide. This is not just here in Saudi Arabia. Maybe Dr. Musa can tell me what is the efficiency in England, for example.
It depends. As you mentioned, CHP generation unit has a higher efficiency. But for example, one of the power plant operated by Tata Tata company in India, in UK, requested to increase the efficiency of CHP plant in UK because it has a low efficiency.
Very low efficiency, yeah.
One company in Newcastle, the consulting company, tried to increase up to 58% efficiency.
That is one off, but if you go to the average, it's not far from here. You're talking about the best ones. Yeah.
By the way, let me comment on that. First of all these plants are thermal.
Thermal plants, yeah.
That's one of them.
Yes.
The other thing, it depends on the aging and the type.
Yes, correct, I agree.
For instance, if you see PT4, I think it's very low because it's in land, there is no sufficient water.
Yes.
So they have to adapt certain technology that's very expensive. Whereas you see Chile on the seaside, it is, Korea, it's 52%, which is very high.
Yes, yes.
So it depends on the location of the power plant, the age of the power plant, the time of some of these as gas turbines, some are diesel engines, which are low efficiency. But if you go to combined cycle, which are some of them, you see is a higher energy.
Totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Yes, but actually, this is still working up to 2021. So I don't know if some of them been put out of service now. I really don't know. But this is my data is up to 2021.
Why is the difference also between different stations or power plant? One
Because of the age, the efficiency, the
they use different technologies or same technology?
I really don't know exactly, but what I know is the old one they probably use older technology, and with age the efficiency goes down anyway. But I don't have the exact details why, or the exact reason why the energy efficiency is different between these. Maybe Dr. Yusuf knows.
For instance, if you see in that column, doctor, you compare, for instance, rubber, CC and rubber gas. You see one is 34 and one is 27. Same location. This is an older technology, which is a gas turbine.
Yes.
Which is with low efficiency, whereas the other one is a steam turbine, which is a better one.
Yes. Yes. Yes, correct. I actually don't, I have so much. This is the energy and peak demand in Saudi Arabia, if you notice. At the top is the terawatt hour, and the bottom is the kilo or the gigawatt. Up is the blue one is energy, and the yellow one is power. Okay, and in 2024, this is. I don't think if we actually have reached this 90 gigawatt, but this was expected. This was expected. We were expected to reach 90 gigawatt. But whether we did reach it or not, I don't know. I think we did reach 85 in actual fact. Do I need to explain these, or are they clear? Clear, yeah? Okay. This shows you that our efficiency got better in terms of megawatt per barrel of oil. Okay. I think I want to stop here because I have so much to say. But let me just say one thing about. We have this. We have Tershid. Have you heard of Tershid? Yes. Anybody heard of Tershid? Okay. Okay. It's a national energy service company called Tershid, with the street lighting, government buildings, school, mosques, hospital saving, energy efficiency label for domestic appliances. Okay. Are you familiar with this? Please, this is very important, which shows you. Okay. These, yes, for cars, I think, still is how much the fuel economy. Okay. I can go on and on, but actually I want to stop here because we have housing initiative, Mustadam. Actually, the country of Saudi Arabia in the last 10 years have done so much for energy management and energy efficiency. Building design, envelope, ila akhiri. Anyway, I think I better stop here and leave time for questions, for discussions, for whatever you like, because I don't want to speak for more than 50 minutes actually.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Rajur. Really informative seminar, informative talk about the energy management and efficiency. I think we can start a question if someone.
You have a question, Dr. Ghafar? Yeah, I have. Please ask.
Thank you very much, Dr.
Which
Rajur.
slide do you like most?
I like you the most. Slides all good, mashallah.
We have Giga Project. I could talk about this Giga Project. Okay.
I think, Dr. Ajur, the point you are making is very good here. But I remember when I got my first electrical engineering lecture from my professor, he told us that if you want to see if a country is progressing or not, you have to see energy use per unit capita.
Yes, which I put, yeah.
Yes? So if a country is using more energy, that means it's progressing.
Wait a minute.
So
This
where is the distinction?
This is very interesting question. This is very interesting question. Yes, the more energy per capita the country is using, the more advanced it is. Yes, but if this energy is used for manufacturing and industry and production, not used for me just to cool my room to sleep. Big difference. Am I clear? We do have country like Germany, for example. Germany, they manufacture, and if they use, by the way, the peak load in Germany is less than Saudi Arabia with all their manufacturing. The peak load for them, I remember it was 80 gigawatt. Our problem our problem in the Gulf countries and in Saudi Arabia that we use so much energy just for commodities, not for production. So what your professor has told you is correct. Providing that energy goes for production, not for consumption for domestic leisure and pleasure and luxuries. And this is actually the difference. Is this clear? You know?
So, Dr. Ajur, are we concerned more about the generation or
Everything.
consumption?
To me, my talk was global, in the sense that we are lacking knowledge and technology in energy, okay, and energy production, energy demand, energy usage, energy everything, and even in storage, we are lacking. And also in our country, we lacking, I'm afraid, awareness of the public of how to use water and energy. You know, I really like, even though you will hate me for when I say this now, you're going to hate me for it. I don't care. I'm going to say it because I believe in it. I really wish that the price of electricity and oil and petrol goes up in Saudi Arabia, because I want people to appreciate how much important electricity and petrol is. You know, people just drive cars and go around, and for what? In England, Dr. Sultan knows, if somebody wants to take a journey in his car, he has to calculate it, because the petrol is £7. £7 is 1 liter of petrol, isn't it? Sorry, 7 riyal, £1.40. 140, 7 riyal. It was 7 riyal when it was 40 halal here in Saudi Arabia. So if you want anybody to change his behavior, you have to put his hand in his pocket. The moment he put his hand in his pocket, he will change his behavior. Otherwise, they wouldn't. Okay, I am really sorry to be so blunt about this, but this is really what I believe in. I mean, our behavior must change towards water and towards look the way we wash cars. You see Haris al-Amara طالع, but more this water is costing money. It's costing energy. Okay, and it's subsidized by the government, of course. Yes.
You see, yesterday in the evening, 6:30.
Yesterday's gone.
Yeah, tomorrow is coming. So,
Inshallah.
so that's why. Yesterday, when I was taking class around 7:30 p.m. in the night, me and a few 10-15 students were there in the complete building. All the lights were on, and all of us were shivering.
Yes.
We were talking about the awareness among the public. We are well aware. We have sufficient awareness here in our department, in our faculty of engineering. All the lights, how much millions of riyals we are spending. What is the thing that we can do to minimize, to conserve energy in our department, in our building? What is your suggestion? What can we do? That should be the thing that we have to think now.
Okay.
At least from our side, we should do something.
It's actually, number one, it should be the responsibility of everybody.
Yes.
We're all responsible. It is not me or you or the head of department or the dean or Dr. Yusuf. Everybody is responsible. We have to change our behavior. Okay? And if you notice, I have mentioned actually ways to do this. You know, when I mentioned.
Yeah, that is okay. But
Yeah. I think we need,
what we
look,
can,
okay, we need to pay for it to be able to appreciate it, to be able to save it. Unless you pay for it, you don't care. For example, let me give you this example, doctor. I really seen it in my country, Jordan. You have somebody, Jordanian person, wants to pray. He goes and he make wudu. Yes, understand? When he's in his house, he put the water so low, and he make wudu. When he goes to the mosque and makes wudu, he put the water
maximum. Yeah.
maximum.
It's attitude.
I swear to God, I've seen it in my own eyes. I've seen it in Jordan. I didn't see it in Saudi Arabia here because I'm not with the people at their homes when they make wudu. But I seen it with my uncles and with my brothers and with my family when they end the home because they know they have to pay the water bill. This means the water has to be so, the flow of water has to be so low. When they go to the mosque, because they're not paying for the, in Egypt, I'm sure it's the same. True or not true?
Yeah, true everywhere.
It's true everywhere. So, Dr. Kumar, if you want people to change behavior, you must make them pay. Yes, true.
But one of the solutions that maybe come from AI or smart solutions for a problem like that Dr. Kumar mentioned regarding to the whole building is
No, actually, we have a building management system is there. That operator is there. He keep it very slow, very low. Nobody is monitoring it, and the light is on. In spite of our continuous, regular interactions, nobody is.
I know. This is a problem.
Even at lunchtime, all the lights will be on.
This is a problem. I agree with you. Dr. Yusuf, your question is? Or your comments?
I think, Dr. Omar touched the part of the problem here. Alhamdulillah, thank you first of all for the presentation.
Thank you,
It
Doctor.
has many points that are worth discussing, and you may even consider in the future in Saudi Arabia, they're going into nuclear power generation. We are even going into pumped hydro storage system.
Yes.
Now they are planning one in the north.
Yes.
And I'm linked with them. So they are trying many ways. But regarding the energy efficiency, as Dr. Komar said, yes, if we think of this building to start with, we are suffering from cold weather.
I know.
Because I teach at night. Yeah, all lights are there and nobody can. I used to live in a building called 600. It's a small building and I control it myself. So I educate people how to turn off lights, how to turn on off AC.
You need to.
Even the labor, everybody was trained and it was going. But when I come to this huge, big building,
Yes.
it's out of control.
Out of
If
control.
you check the controls here, many of them are not working.
Not working.
Yeah, I tried this one.
I agree.
When I came to this room. So I think our major problem is cultural education.
Yes.
At the beginning of your presentation, you mentioned that, but you did not come through it. It's not a technical issue for energy efficiency. It's rather cultural and educational. We have to educate people. You mentioned in Jordan they pay attention to the water and save it. Here they don't pay. Even at home, they don't care. They keep the water running like that. This is a bad thing. So I think a lot of work with this government
Need to be done.
They have to do much work
Pocket.
on the educational, cultural issue
Yes.
rather than the technical. If I consider the university, which is the source of knowledge, if the culture here is so good, they have to pay attention to repairing all these controls all the time. But they don't pay attention. If you talk to them, we don't have money for this, we don't have money. So again, it is the cultural issue.
I agree.
If we could solve it, we can save a lot. In England, as you may mention, there people are used to turn off lights whenever
Yes.
they leave their rooms. Here, when I used to be in building 600, I used to turn off lights from the offices because I have the master key. Now when the guy come next day, who turn my light? They say Mr. X. So he pay attention to it and turn it. Here, nobody cares, nobody looks. So
Agree.
anywhere, the major issue we have to think in the future is the educational issue.
Awareness.
Awareness and real hard work from the, I think that's a big issue for the
Totally
future.
agree. Totally agree.
There's a slide that you showed that the total loss in energy in generation and transmission and use. Out of what we have, we only use 10%, as I remember. From
We
this.
only use for
12.
look when you what do we need energy for? We need it for a purpose. Okay, from the time we put it in as gas, for example, or diesel or whatever, to its purpose, 90% goes waste. We only use 10%. That's at best, actually.
Yeah, that's come back to the same concern here. If we are talking about how to preserve this 10% is the matter, or how to increase the 10% to be 50% is the
Everything.
is the-
Everything.
which is important more
w-
is to solve this
Look, there are
problem of lossing.
everything is important, but there are things which are easier than other
Yeah,
things.
we can
For
start with
example, generation is a bigger challenge than demand management.
this is the rule of engineering.
Yeah, this is there. Look, there is. If you've seen the pyramid, I've shown a pyramid. At the bottom of the pyramid was conservation.
Yes.
Okay. Then we said efficiency. Then we said demand. Then we said renewable energy. You know, everybody has a role to play. The person, the engineer, the technical person, and the guy who uses it. We all have role to play. Some roles, like Dr. Yusuf rightly mentioned, it's behavioral, and some are technical. Everything is important, but we are not doing anything right, neither the behavior nor the technical. I'm afraid. You know, I believe that energy, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala خلق هذا الكون with abundance of energy.
Yeah.
It's just we are not utilizing it. If you go now to the sea, you see how much energy there?
Yeah.
Why we don't have good technology to utilize it? If you go outside to the sun now, how much sun out there? But I'm afraid we still, as
That's
German.
exactly what I'm asking
Yes.
for.
Yeah.
We are discussing how to save 1% out of 12% that is lost because of our behavior, for example. But we leave around
No,
50%
no. Let me explain to you.
yeah.
No. This 12% is 12% of the original.
Yeah.
But once we reach, for example, assume we have received 10% of the original. Okay, 50% of that goes waste because of behavior.
But if we raise the 10% by solving some other techniques or technologies to
It will be more important than behavior. But every little counts. I understand your point.
Yeah,
I got your
yeah,
point. Every little counts, doctor.
Yeah.
Every little counts. Because there are some change of behavior is easy. Change of technology is more difficult.
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, student. Let's see the student. Yes. نبغى نسمع.
very thankful to Dr. Sultan and Dr. Abdurrahim, and especially
Repeat that because yeah.
I'm very thankful to be here today with Dr.
We are happy to
Ajur,
see you.
Dr. Sultan and Dr. Abdurrahim.
Yes, we're happy to see you.
They are working amazing with crepes in KU.
We love them.
Yeah,
They are amazing.
Thank you. You are talking about the. My name is Zainul Abdin Qureshi, and I'm new here. This is my first semester.
Welcome.
And and my research interest is in energy management in buildings and something like that.
Oh, very
Yes, I'm in
interesting.
PhD.
Come to me.
Sure. So this is very interactive session. There are a lot of things which I want to discuss with faculty or students, but I didn't get a platform to discuss about these things today. You have organized an amazing event, and I come
Thanks,
to know.
Dr. Sultan, for that. And Dr. Abdul Rahim.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you are talking about energy management. Like you can see, we can manage our energy by real-time management. We have real-time data of this building. If I
Correct.
talk about this building,
Correct.
we have real-time data of this building. We can apply AI and machine learning techniques
Correct.
into it. And I'm really interested in learning AI and machine learning techniques. How I can learn in this KU about these techniques, because I think in this our electrical department, there is no such course or something like that. Can we collaborate with other departments like computer engineering or some other to learn these courses?
I, t- I understand this question.
AI machine learning advanced courses.
We have. Let me tell you. First of all, you are most welcome. You coming to us. You've been here 2-3 months.
Yes, 3
I
months.
can assure you, you're coming to a place where you will feel home, and I'm sure you're going to flourish. And you're absolutely most welcome. If I knew that you were new, I would have invited you in Ramadan for iftar, because we did iftar in Ramadan. Why didn't you invite him, Dr. Sultan? We should have invited you. You're most welcome. Anyway, that's number one. Number two, this is really important. We want you to feel home. Okay? You are amongst your friends and your family here in this department. Number two, what you mentioned is something which we can do, because we do have people in our department who doing artificial intelligence, like Dr. Bilal and Dr. Muhammad Abdul Al and Dr. Khalid Munawar and these people. We can collaborate with them. To organize your research. You can make a research which combine the artificial intelligence with the energy management and energy efficiency. And I am happy to further discuss this with you and with Dr. Abdul Rahim and Dr.